video, let's have a quick look at how the price has been performing after the epic run to 0027. So you can see Dent did a very big bull run yesterday on 21st of February. So today let's have a quick look at the chart and see how the price could go in the next couple of weeks. And in general, the trend looks quite positive. So you can see here it's a good buy position at the moment from the technical point of view. And in terms of Dent USDT pair, you can see Dent against Dent Tether USD. You can see a 1 week return was around 66%, and 1 month was 5x in 1 month time. And if you consider the 3 months time, if you're lucky to buy in 3 months ago, that would have been a 800% profit. And 6 months, and then year to date, and 1 year time, it's pretty much 10x in 1 year's time. But still it's warming up, I would say. Reason is there's lots of coins which have spiked 30x. One good example is Chainlink as last year around same time, Chainlink was around $1.50, and right now it's hovering around $35. So you can pretty much imagine how high it has gone up by 35x in 1 year span. And then considering the monthly charts is roughly around 5x. So I would say there's pretty large room for growth, and there's quite a lot of good positive sentiments happening at the moment as we speak. And those are the possible reasons. And I know lots of people saying the volume of tokens, which is the supply of tokens, is 10 billion, and it's scary, and it's one of those pump and dump coins. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people panic sell, and when there is a open market where there is more supply than the demand, the price, you can imagine, is going to really smash very hard. That's what Dent has been seeing in the past 3 years. And if you look at this chart, it's very clearly seeing even today it got dumped all the way to 0016, and then it shoot up all the way back to 0022, which is 40% bring back up in just half an hour time. It did. So it looks like the overall sentiment looking very positive in terms of Dent's chart. So here you can see last week it was hovering just on 8th of February it was around 004, and now we are around here. Now it's trying to consolidate around this new highs. So let's keep an eye on how it goes in the next couple of weeks, because I would probably consider this as a renewed interest in terms of the tokens perspective. So if you look at here, you can see the wallet count is considerably increasing since 1 month, and we are seeing lots of renewed interest because of new products coming out in the coming months. Particularly the Dent Gigastore is going to be considered as one of the biggest launches in the history of Dent Wireless. So we know Dent Wireless is roughly around 4 years now, and it's been in the crypto space is roughly 3.5 plus years, and they have the public facing both Android and iPhone apps. So I would probably strongly advise and recommend people to download the app. If you have one of these smartphones, either iPhone or any of the supported phones, then probably give it a try, download the app, and if you are lucky to have an eSIM phone, install the eSIM, and I would say give it a try. That's how you will get to know about the ecosystem in general, and try to access the Dent exchange and Dent teams as well. So both are very good products in terms of just playing around. So I would probably if you have a phone, just give it a try. That's all I could say. And on KuCoin, the price surged all the way from today's chart. If you look at the 30-minute charts, you can pretty much clearly see it dumped all the way to 3 cents, and it retrieved back to 4 sats now. So it came down, dumped to 3 sats, and then came back, jumped up to 4 sats, back again from 3 sats. So, and if you look at the volume looks very high as well. compared to what I have been watching in the past 3 weeks. So that's a good indication that there's renewed interest in the KuCoin exchange as well, because at the moment residents of US cannot buy DENT coin on Binance, so they have to rely on KuCoin or hit BTC. So KuCoin is pretty much a very good interface for people from US, and they could use KuCoin for buying DENT coin. So there's no other exchange supported for US residents at the moment, sadly. This could change once we have the BTC pair for DENT. So at the moment KuCoin is the only exchange where we have DENT BTC pair. The other exchanges mostly are either USDT or Ethereum based. So let's watch out. And if you look at the general market for today, the market has been really bad, and it's not just for DENT. The most of the tokens have taken a 10% hit. So Ethereum took 10% drop, and Binance coin took 10% as well. So most of them in the 24-hour period, you can see most of them have dropped in price except for few coins in the top, but most of them has taken a big blow, the top players particularly. So DENT has been on the contrary doing pretty well. So let's look at the next 100 chart, because at the moment DENT is roughly around 150th rank last time when I saw. So let's see where DENT is hovering at the moment. Oops, I can't see DENT anymore. Yeah, there you go. It's around 141 actually. Oh, that's interesting. So when the market falls down, it picks up more ranking. That's really interesting to watch. Yeah, so it's pretty good actually. I'm gonna mark it as a nice one. Check it out. Oops, that's not what I want to do. So yeah, let's go into and have a look about the. So you can see the spike is pretty huge. We saw this spike in 2019 June, and since then there hasn't been this huge spike we have seen. So probably we saw this spike in 25th of June 2019. After 2019 June, this is the first time DENT is seeing a pretty huge spike in price. So the $1 million question is whether DENT could hit 1 cent. Is what the most frequently asked question that I keep getting. So the last time when we saw 1 cent mark was around 26th of March 2018. So since then we haven't seen the 1 cent mark yet. So let's watch out how whether it could get to the 1 cent mark. The 1 cent mark was probably around this line. So if I have to draw a line, I would say this is the particular point I would consider, which is the May 6th 2018, around that line where it hit 1 cent. That's the level we have to keep an eye on. So if we go to the pre-December one, that's the mark. So you can see 0016 or 1 year. Probably this range is what we are looking around. So yeah, let's watch out and let's see how it plays out. And in terms of the price, I think the action is pretty huge. In terms of the volume, let's have a quick look at the today's volume as well. So if you go to historical data and just watch the volume, that would give you a very good picture since the last peak. So last time on February 11th of 2021, DENT coin made a huge surge and hit all the way to 001921. So that was 10 days ago, and you can see the volume was 146 million, and since then the volume has been having ups and downs and then yesterday it had a huge volume of 92 million. Compared to most of the tokens on the top 100, DENT is still relatively having a very low volume, I would say. As you may disagree, but I'm going to show some stats around. So let's have a look at PundiX. So that's another token with a huge, massive supply, unbelievable supply. I still don't know why they need 235 million tokens. That's billion tokens. Sorry about that, billion. Okay, that's not something we're going to look today. But what we are going to have a look is the price spike we saw. So the spike we saw and the volume it made, it's huge, guys. That's a pretty huge bull flag, I would say. So you can see yesterday it had a volume of 1.1 billion. That's huge. And imagine DENT had 92 billion, and with 92 billion it doubled just very quickly because of the less supply it has compared to PundiX. So if we have to get this sort of crazy volume, I'm pretty sure DENT would be hitting 1 cent mark very easily, very quick. But that's what most of the people in the crypto space are looking for DENT at the moment. And it seems DENT has got a lot of interest from new whales at the moment. So they are not letting the price drop. We are clearly seeing it in the chart actually. So you can see the other tokens would have taken a serious blow for at this scale when it hit 160 just today. It dropped so significantly and it bounced back very quickly, easily, and that shows that there is a lot of new interest from the whales at the moment, and I hope there will be pretty much good interest coming up in the next 3 to 4 weeks as well, as they have a lot of new updates and new news is along the pipeline. Few of them is, one of them is the Starlink. Whether they are going to have a Starlink partnership or not is another $1 million question. And the next news, big news, is DENT Gigastore launch, and that could happen probably in Q1 2021. Q1 is probably end of March. So the next 3 months is going to be an exciting time for DENT Wireless. So if you are buying few DENT tokens and if the price drops significantly, just hold your fire. If you have been in the DENT crypto space for 3 years, people know how crazily the price has gone down in the past 3 years. There's no token in the entire crypto space which would have taken such a hard blow of the market compared to DENT. DENT fell all the way from 10 cent to 0.000004 zeros followed by 7. Last year March it fell all the way to 0.407, and if you look, I can show you that in a weekly chart. So on a weekly chart you can see that was the lowest it hit around 23rd of March. You can see, if you're still seeing my screen, so 23rd of March it took the lowest around 0.006 or 7 probably, I would say. That's the lowest it took last year, and since then it surged so high. So I wouldn't be surprised if this coin gets to the bottoms again, because there's a lot of people really getting frenzy when the price drops by 10-20%. They just panic and sell it. But what in the past most of the people are doing is, when there is a huge dip like 40-50%, they buy a little bit more and they do dollar cost averaging, which means you're not wrecked completely. So you will buy at all the dips, and when it surges like this, you have some profits to make there. Instead of selling all the tokens, you would be selling taking profits in slow pace. That way you don't affect the market as well. But whereas the big whales, they play the other way around, they just dump quickly when the market and they swap for other tokens. Remember, DENT is an altcoin. It's not like BTC where you have big players, and it has a huge supply as well. So you have to keep and set your stop loss and learn to take profits at some points, and that is very key to remember. And even the DENT has a pretty good product and have been doing very good on the business fundamental side. Still, relatively no one knows much about DENT coin yet. So that's a very good upside for the growth for the price of the token compared to top 100 tokens. Now this coin is pretty much hiding under the radar. Once this gets to the sight of big whales, this is going to be crushed really hard. Normal people won't be able to buy after that point. but that's going to happen probably in not next week or 3 months. So if you are hoping that DENT is going to shoot to the moon in next 3 months or even in the end of 2021, I'm going to warn you, be prepared for lots of downturns and ups and spikes like any other altcoin. I wouldn't say DENT is so special. DENT is special in terms of business side, but when it comes to market side, it's also another cryptocurrency and another altcoin. Remember that always. It could get really smashed, and always you could buy back as well. Always remember. So have your own stop loss and exit strategy properly defined. And if there is a dip, don't panic. You try to buy a little bit more, and when it spikes up, you sell and take some profits along the spikes. So that's how most of the people are playing in the DENT crypto space. So that's another key to takeaway I want to say here. And if you look the next developments that are happening, it's pretty, they are renewing the reward system as well. So once the reward system changes and something new comes up, we can see quite a lot of interest coming out for DENT. So from my point of view, I think the next stopping point would be pretty much around 004 range. Probably we might touch 004 very easily compared to other tokens. So here is a strong buy at the moment. You can see this technicals. So if you go to more technicals, you can see it's a strong buy at the moment as we speak, because of the bull run that DENT has been seeing. So if you look at the 1 month perspective, and it looks strong buy on both sides. So if you're swing trading, it's not good time. That's what they're saying. So it's pretty long term, it's a pretty good buy trend for DENT along 1 month time at least, from the technicals I'm seeing. So let's watch out. And you can see in terms of this is the ideal sort of graph most of the traders would love to see. The reason is this is going to be this kind of spikes is what attracts most of the traders. They want to see this kind of ups and downs and moves and swings, because that gives them opportunity to swing and scalp. So DENT is getting attractive at the moment, since start of February, I would say. And since then the price, you can see, has made a couple of new highs. So first it made this new high around 1795, and it went all the way to 19, I think, 1985, and then it made another new high over here, and then it was trying to hit the new highs pretty much a lot of time, and then it spiked and broke out yesterday to hit 2027 mark. So yeah, let's watch out in the next couple of weeks and see how it plays out and make some decisions from there. Yep, thanks for watching. And